Welcome back, or I should say welcome back because I haven't posted a video in over a month, so I actually did not have this video planned for today, but I just had a question that popped into my brain as I was just writing training workouts and resources for my athletes here, and I wanted to make a video about this. So the question that I have for you is, are you taking ownership of your athletic journey? This is something that I've thought a lot about as an athlete, but also now being a coach and, coaching other athletes and guiding other athletes and having, in-depth conversations with athletes on how to be a better basketball player specifically. Sometimes we can get really, really caught up in making excuses or putting the blame on a coach for not giving us minutes, running an offense that we want to be ran, or disagreeing with them on certain philosophies that they're bringing to the team that maybe don't fit you, which it's tough. But one thing that I have experienced as a coach now and also a coach's daughter is there are too many athletes and, to be honest with you, too many parents that are making excuses saying it's the coach's fault when in reality I don't think that they've put the work in or the amount of gym time in or the amount of actual building the foundations of their game in to make a valid argument that it really is the coach's fault that they're not getting minutes. Yes, that statement might ruffle some feathers, but I have to say it because, again, there are athletes out there that are not taking ownership of their athletic journey, and it is really hurting you. And as someone who cares so deeply for every athlete out there that wants to be successful, I have to bring this to your attention for you to just at least sit on and think about. Now, I'm going to preference this and say that there are coaches out there that you are valid in your argument. I have experienced my fair share of coaches that did not treat me well for whatever reason, and I had game film to prove that I was doing what they asked, and it still didn't matter. So if you are truly one of those athletes, I see you, I hear you, I am sorry that you're going through this. It is really tough. It really is. But with that being said, I want to also challenge you in this. No one can take away from you the work that you put in. If you are an athlete that is in the gym, you are working on your fundamentals, you're getting the 300 to 500 made shots a day, you're doing 10 minutes of ball handling a day, minimum, right? This is minimum stuff. You're watching game film, you're being a good teammate, you are a joy to have on the team. Minutes or no minutes, no one can take that away from you. So at the end of the day, the things that I have learned in a situation that I had with a coach that was just flat out not treating me well at all, now being 4 or 5 years removed from that, is how I responded to the controllables is really what left the impact the most. And yes, that's not the most fun thing to hear sometimes because, of course, we play and we practice to be the best, right? Especially in college. I wanted to have a really great college career. But sometimes things happen that are out of our control, but we really need to focus on the controllable things, which are how hard you work, how good of a teammate you are, how you respect your coaches even if they don't respect you, being a joy on the team, not being drama. Those things are things that you can control, and I really want you to dig into those. But with that being said, obviously, I want to challenge you in that. Are you truly taking ownership of your athletic journey? Are you truly doing the controllables, those kinds of things? Also, too, Jesus is the source. He is my source. He is the foundation of what my content is also built on. So I also encourage you to pray to him and talk through things. Are you finding fulfillment in your performance and your stats? Are you finding fulfillment in him? Because I promise you, if you are finding your fulfillment and worth in how you are as an athlete and how you perform, your athletic journey is not going to be near as fun as placing your identity in him, because through the hard things, he is your source of joy. He will help you get through those things. If you are dealing with teammates that aren't treating you well, you're dealing with a really tough injury, you're dealing with a coach maybe that doesn't see you, those things you can't control. But the one thing that's unwavering is the fulfillment that you will find in Jesus and him being your foundation. So I just had to say that before we move on to this next little piece. And then the last thing I'm gonna give you with this video are just 3 ways that you can take ownership of your athletic journey. There are way more ways than this. I just wanna leave you with these 3. And the first one is, again, are you in the gym working? Are you putting the reps in? Are you putting the time in? Are you actually putting intentional work in? Not just saying that you're going to the gym and you're there for 30 minutes or 40 minutes or 60 minutes and you're just kind of shooting around and maybe you got 200 shots up, not 200 made shots, but 200 shots up. You didn't really sweat. You didn't really have a game plan into going into your workout. No. Taking ownership is you're getting in the gym prepared with a plan. You're ready. You slept. You tried to get sleep. You tried to hydrate. You tried to eat well. Go into the gym and really have a good workout. That is something that you can control. The second thing is are you the hardest working athlete when you walk into that gym? Whether that is you're by yourself, whether that is your team, whether that's a group session or whatever, are you the hardest working athlete? Because taking ownership of your athletic journey is saying that every time I step onto this court, I'm gonna give 100%. Even if you're tired that day, even if you're sore or whatever, and you maybe don't have all the energy, you still gotta give 100% of the energy that you have. And that is something that I'm very, very passionate about when it comes to working hard. Working hard comes with sacrifices, okay? So what is something in your life that you need to sacrifice? Is that cutting off the Netflix show early because you need to go to bed? Is that maybe saying no to some sort of food that's not filling your body, and eating foods that are good for you? Is that saying no to a soda when you should be drinking some water? Is that saying, hey, I'm gonna be like an hour late to a friend hangout because I gotta get this workout in? Whatever that is for you, there will be sacrifices, and that's also, part of taking ownership of your athletic journey. How many times can I say athletic journey in this video? I swear to you, it's a lot. The third one is probably the most uncomfortable one, and that is having the tough conversations. There are going to be times in your career where you don't agree or don't understand with what your coach is doing. That might be not playing you as much. That might be like an offensive scheme. That might be maybe how they are treating you or whatever it is. But I just want to challenge you and say like you have a game and you're just really mad at your coach for whatever reason. They didn't give you the minutes that you wanted. And instead of storming off and talking bad about your coach and bad about your team and making excuses, I really, really challenge you to go have a conversation with your coach, a respectable conversation, and bring those things to the forefront. There is nothing wrong with talking to your coach and getting an understanding of what he or she is doing. Because I know now as a coach, there is a philosophy and there is a reason why I do X, Y, and Z for my team. And sometimes that ruffles feathers of athletes. But when it comes to coaching, it's about the team and not about the individual player. So roles reversed, when I've had times where I didn't agree with a coach of what they were doing, or maybe the minutes I was playing, or I don't know, whatever the game plan was, and I was upset about it, I actually went to the coach and had a conversation. And I started off by saying, hey coach, I know that these 3 values are really important to the team, and I really try to uphold that when I'm on the court. What can I do to serve you best and this team best to get more minutes? Because I do care about my minutes. I do care about contributing to this team. What are you seeing that I'm not doing that I can get better at, or that I can do more of to get those minutes and to contribute more? I truly believe that 99% of coaches are going to respect that conversation and they're going to give you honesty. Now, we got to leave the 1% because there are some times that you leave the conversation not feeling the best, but you have to at least try to have that conversation. Okay, so yep, enough talking, but those are 3 ways that I truly believe that you can take ownership of your athletic your journey. I challenge you to pick at least one thing and do that right after this video. Whether that's, working hard at practice or putting in the extra work or having that conversation with your coach. The minute you stop trying to control the uncontrollables is the minute that you're gonna find a lot of weight off your shoulders and a lot of peace in just the journey alone. And I also want to remind you too that the athletic journey is a long game, and it's not something that you pick the ball up and you're there at practice 10, right? It's the long journey. So you have to be dedicated to the process, dedicated to adapting, dedicated to trying new things, dedicated to really putting the work in and seeing the longevity of that work. So yeah, with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Leave in the comments below different ways that you take ownership of your athletic journey, or any questions that you may have that I can like have these sit down talks with you, because that would be so fun if I could do that with you. So all the links to everything are going to be down in the description. I would love for you to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, because there's just a lot of resources like these videos but in shorter form for you, because I just want to be able to serve you best. And yeah, also, I've been getting a lot of questions about, do I travel to different states to train? And if you are interested in training with me, please send me a message on my website, coachjtaft.com. It is in the description below, because I would love to chat. All right, with that being said, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.